story. Hundreds of millions of dollars worth of drugs and guns, Glock switches and other items taken off the streets thanks to a special detail that culminated Thursday in Muskogee County.
Law enforcement call it Operation Sweet Silence, which was a 2.5 years in the making, aimed at taking down gang members and cutting crime. News 809's Catrice Nolan joins us live in our newsroom tonight with more on this takedown.
And Catrice, we understand multiple local, state, and federal agencies involved in this operation.
That's right. Several agencies involved, and this is the number. Over $279 million in street value of what they seized. And the FBI, the GBI, the DEA, and others all worked together for Operation Sweet Silence. Now, the sheriff says although they took more than 2.5 years moving in silence, the takedown was seen and heard across the Chattahoochee Valley.
These are the mugshot and faces of some of the people just arrested in the Columbus area through.
Welcome to Urban Crime Chronicles, where we give you nothing but the truth. Sweet Silence, the drug investigation that will likely take the lives of many men that are caught up in the street life. Rapper Peewee Longway was one of 101 people wrapped up in cuffs when the police came. One of Georgia's biggest takedowns. The feds have been on Longway for a minute, and in order to get him, they had 250 agents out on the street. When it was all said and done, cops would take 7 bricks of Fetty, 52 keys of coke, a key of heroin, and over 55 pounds of weed. You know how the cops do it. They always raise the prices. But they say over $200 million in drugs was the result of the Sweet Silence. You might have caught Longway in 2013 when he dropped his single Loaded with Young Thug, but then he was back at it with the Blue M&M in 2014. But when he was with the Felix Brothers alongside Gucci Mane and Young Dolph. Born in the ATL, he was looking for his dream. But sometimes when you catch the dream, the streets still stay with you. For Peewee Longway, it seemed the streets never let him go, or the thirst for more money. As Biggie said, more money, more problems. Out of the 100 people arrested in the Sweet Silence investigation, only 6 were charged in federal court, and one of them, Quincy Williams. At the head of the investigation was Francisco Cortez Camargo, the plug as some called him. Corey Walker, a task force DEA agent in Atlanta, had his eyes on Longway since May of 2023, when his investigation got underway. Within a year, on May 9, 2024, he would get permission to tap the phones of Cortez, the plug, and once on his line, there was more to find out. Even though they said they were in the streets, these dudes were talking recklessly on the phone, making a case for the feds. They were giving the feds the case that would put them away, probably for forever. The plug was sending in work from Houston, Texas, destined for Atlanta, Georgia, and elsewhere. But Longway was in Atlanta. He was there in the ATL to get what he had coming. The wiretaps would show that Louis Montoya was the second in command and was sending that work out to Atlanta and to Longway at times. Longway was directly connected to the big boss too. Some would call him the Jefe, Spanish for boss. After dealing with Montoya, he wanted a closer connect to the big man. Talking recklessly, Longway would paint out that he wanted nose candy and meth, and lots of it. Cops would hear him in the plug conversate. Cortez would say, "Yeah, bro, hey, bro." Peewee would respond, "Man, come on, man. For real, man. Why I gotta ask you now?" "I got you, bro. For real, no cap. On the shoes, I got you for sure. On the windows, I have to see. Give me 20 bags so I can at least get 20 of them." Peewee would respond, "That's what I'm trying to tell you. But yeah, I got you. Yeah, but y'all don't know what his name ain't. Get it out. I got you for sure. But I got you on that for sure." "When, man? Because now, bro, don't do me like that, brother. For real. I got you. Give me like 2 hours. I got you on the shoes in less than an hour, bro, for sure." "All right. Because I'm going to hit you back, man. I'm going to be, all right, say no more. I got you, bro." The DEA agent said Longway was the big boy looking for 20 bricks of meth. That was the windows that they were talking about. And the shoes stood for keys of coke. Cops said that on July 8, 2024, just after the 4th of July celebration, that they were lurking and building the Fed case when Cortez's wife, Yemi Chavez, left their crib at 5225 Gladden Road in Fairburn, Georgia. An orange Honda Fit, all but inconspicuous, would circle the block numerous times as cops watched. When it pulled up to the crib, Yemi would grab a large box and would walk into the house. An hour later, while monitoring the same surveillance platform, affixed with a view of Cortez's home, the feds were already on him, on his house. There was no escaping. Agents would observe a Toyota Camry pull up. It was registered Ibrahima Diop, of Wawetta St., southwest Atlanta, Georgia. It would park on the roadway in front of Cortez's residence. Once parked, agents observed Longway exit the rear passenger door of the Toyota Camry and walk to the front door of the Plug's house. A few seconds later, cops recorded Longway walking back to the Toyota Camry with the same heavy box Chavez was previously observed receiving from the orange Honda Fit and bringing it into Cortez's residence. Longway placed the box into the trunk of the Toyota Camry. He would return to the back passenger seat and the vehicle would speed away, never knowing that picking up 20 bricks of meth could mean life in the feds. Longway didn't know that his time on the streets was limited, and he was just recorded sealing his own fate. With cops still locked in on the wiretap, the feds would intercept Cortez and Montoya working on a 40-brick deal. Richard Darity was to receive the package at 155 Birchmore Drive, Atlanta, Georgia, a townhome that he is believed to own or control. Richard was getting that real money, not big meat style yet, but definitely working towards it. He had the plug, and he had the bread. When the feds get you, they have things that you'd never imagined. On July 12, 2024, early in the morning at 6:14, a white Ford Transit van was captured by a license plate reader near 656 Warwick Drive, McDonough, Georgia. The feds were reading license plates and documenting every move, throwing bricks at the penitentiary, and none of them knew it. The van would show up at 6:50 a.m. Agents observed the transit van arrive at Cortez's residence. The transit van, according to the cops, had hidden compartments. They would be used to deliver kilos of whatever the buyers wanted. Cops would watch the transit van unload duffel bags and boxes of surprises into the house. Juan Ibarra, Cortez's right-hand man, would show up and take large plastic bins out of the house, and the black duffel bags with what cops thought to be the 40 bricks of coke. It wouldn't be long before cops started kicking in doors. $100,000 in cash was found in Cortez's man's house, Ramirez. Peewee Longway's uncle, Cold-Blooded the Don, introduced him to Gucci Mane, which led to his signing with 1017 Records. His music career flourished, and he had it all the things he wanted: money, fame, homes, and cars. But the streets had him. Quincy Lamont Williams, at 37 years old, is in a position to never see the streets again if convicted, and the phone calls are damaging. When the feds come knocking, it's hard to beat them, especially when it's your voice on the line. He lived that MPA lifestyle, money, pound, and ammunition. And now there's a price to pay.